It is November, and in most places in the north, we've already had our first frost and some first snow. Fall camping is winding down, and you know what that means? Winter camping. Welcome back, you guys. Sit down, grab your favorite cup of coffee, and let's talk winter camping. You too can winter camp. You can do it. Most of you have put your campers away or are in the process of doing it. You're winterizing. You're posting, "This is the last trip." Very sad. But it doesn't have to be the last trip. You can do another trip. Take a trip in November or December. Early winter. When it's colder, but it's not below zero, it's not single digits. There's not a massive amount of snow. You can handle a little snow. 10 to 20 to 30 degrees is not that bad, I promise you. Get a nice hot fire going. Bring some extra blankets. If you find a state park, plug it electric. Go get an electric site, run your heater. Bring a buddy heater to warm up quickly when you're doing stuff outside. It's still going to be enjoyable. You're going to love being out camping. Another benefit of it, or pro, is everything just looks different and better. Like, I love seeing the waterfalls that are half frozen, the snow everywhere. It just blankets everything. It's more peaceful out there. It's just a different world. Now, yes, you can sit home and go along with us and we will show you all that stuff. Or you can just join us on a trip. We'd be glad to have you. We've had many people convert to winter camping. And I'm talking all kinds. Tent camping in 20 degrees to fifth wheel RVs running their heaters. It's still fun. You just have to have more firewood, bigger fires, hotter coffee, stronger bourbon. So let's get into it. When we first started a few years ago, we were winterizing and we were done by November, which means for us, that would mean no camping till about April. And I looked at her and said, why are we doing this? Who wants to sit in the house for the next 6 months? If you love camping enough, you too can try winter camping. Now, there are various levels of winter camping. With the proper preparation and gear, you can winter camp. You're going to need base layers, flannels, depending on the temperatures and your tolerance. Then you're going to get into your heavier coats and your big heavy hats, depending on how cold you want to go. As you know, we've camped, or as you may not know, we've camped in as low as negative 16 degrees Fahrenheit with a wind chill of minus 36. And at that level, it is very different than, say, camping in November and December. Most of you won't camp at those temperatures, and I understand that. But there's nothing stopping you from camping in November and December. We usually winter camp boondocking without a heat source, except for our hot tent, which we hang out in there. We've slept in our teardrop in minus 16 degrees, frost above us because we did not vent. We had 3 or 4 different blankets. So if you're going to do that, you got to bring extra blankets from the house. Get yourself a 0-degree sleeping bag. 0 or 20 degree sleeping bag, ideally 0 or below sleeping bag, because the temperature on the sleeping bag is the minimum temperature required to keep you alive, not necessarily the most comfortable temperature. So 0 or below would be the best sleeping bag. Teton Sports has some great discount ones on Amazon. Check them out. Pretty affordable. If you're getting into some really crazy ones, then the prices go way up. But there's absolutely no reason you need to put your camper away in November or December. Stretch it out. Try a trip. Try one in November. Fall's moving through quickly, and the cold air's here, but it's still enjoyable. There's not much snow, if any. This is an El Nino winter year, they say, so this is the time to try it. And if you've already put your camper away, dig it out a little earlier in the spring. Don't wait till it's really nice and warm. Why not just get out there? I know you're missing camping. You can definitely come along with us and camp and watch the videos, but you should also try some on your own. If you'd like to winter camp with us, just reach out. We'd be glad to bring you along. We have so many friends and subscribers that started winter camping because of us. Now, I'm not asking you to go out in northern Minnesota in January and suffer through minus 20. That stuff is definitely different. But we have sat around the campfire in snow with several inches of snow, and it's been 10 to 20, 30 degrees, and it's bearable. You get yourself some hot soup, you You get your coffee, you have your bourbon, and you'll be nice and warm. We have many of our Ohio friends winter camp in their fifth wheels, travel trailers, everything. Teardrops. We have some tent campers. You can winter camp. Don't be afraid of it. If you absolutely hate the cold, then I completely understand. But why? Why not? Just come and try it. Just one time. I bet you have fun. We'll keep you warm. You need things like a portable buddy heater come in handy. You want to get your hands warm as quickly as possible. In the extreme temperatures, first thing we do when we get up, turn the truck on and go sit in there and get the heat going in there. An absolute essential is having firewood and a way to start the fire right away. You're going to need that in some of the extreme conditions. Check out hot tenting. We love hot tenting. It is toasty warm. It can be 20 below zero outside, and inside the hot tent can be 60 or 70 degrees. In fact, we've had it so hot we've had to take off most of our layers. The pros and cons of winter camping. Some of the pros are there's less people. You can get into just about anywhere as long as they're open. A lot of state parks do close, but there's plenty that are open. You can get in just about anywhere. You don't even need a reservation. No bugs, which is nice. No rain. Snow is okay. I don't mind snow. I'd rather it snow than rain. Another pro, the coffee tastes better. The soups are amazing. The food just tastes better. It warms you up. Some of the cons, it's cold. You can't find firewood easily. Stuff's wetter from the snow. You may have to shovel some snow. The driving conditions aren't ideal, but I'm not advocating going out on the road during an active snowstorm. Before or after, the roads are mostly clear, so sure, you can get there. Take your time. You do have to winterize. One of the biggest challenges is keeping your food from freezing. So we don't even use our refrigerator in winter. We typically use our Yeti and try to wrap our food with a towel just to keep it warmer in there. Keep it in the truck. We've done all kinds of trips over the years. Let's take a look at some of them. It's just beautiful out there. You need to consider winter camping. But I urge you to give it some thought and maybe try winter camping or early spring camping late winter when it's still cold out, but not ridiculously cold. I promise you'll like it. Hope you enjoyed this. Think about it.